Good morning, everybody. This is North Camp Prepper. Getting ready to head to work. And I was cruising the internet this morning, just looking around, see what's up. And somebody, gosh, I can't remember where I saw it, but somebody said about when you sacrifice items. For example, everybody knows you can like break a camera and pull out the lens and start a fire with it. But the question is, The question is, at what point do you do that? I mean, I'm not going to take, let's say I'm out on some nature thing, and I've got my Nikon D3200. I'm not going to smash a Zeiss lens, or Zeiss lens, just because I'm a little cold. But, what if tonight's going to drop to 2 degrees, and for some reason I got lost, and for some reason I don't have any of my other stuff on me, okay? I'm just a normal person. So, at what point do you sacrifice your items? I mean, there comes a point to where it's more important to live. But on the other hand, I'm not going to smash an $800 lens just kind of a little cold. Now, at 2 degrees we're talking a kill shot, but still, for firewear. But if you wait, it'll be too late to start a fire, so many sun. I'm not talking about using the battery and the camera and all that. So I'm just saying about this is about sacrificing items, not getting around how to get out of sacrificing items. Let's say you got to sacrifice the item. At what point do you do that? It's one thing to say, I'll just smash this, or I'll break that apart and jump this, or cut up my car seats, or whatever. It's another thing is, these are my car seats, and obviously, it's better to be alive than to have some type of creature comfort or anything like that when you get back inside. But if I'm in a survival situation where I'm going to smash that lens, I keep going back to that lens, but let's say that lens, I don't know when rescue is coming. So I don't know, at what point do you do it? I mean, you want to use it, obviously you want to do it sometime before before it's more viable, I guess, to have the item intact until it outlives its usefulness. At 2 degrees outside, everything's outlived its usefulness, and it's time to be sacrificed for survival. But how do you determine that? I mean, if it wasn't mine, or whatever, resources, but if someone in the group had a camera, I'd say, oh yeah, we can do it, but I'd be much more apt to sacrifice theirs than mine, because it's materialistic, that's the way it is. But at what point do you do that? What are your thoughts on that? I mean, how do you make that decision? I mean, I have experience of when I would do it, but I don't know, without any extra intel. I mean, you don't know how cold it's going to get tonight. It's going to be cold, but you don't know if it's going to be a kill shot. If you're lost in the wood, I mean, I can't look at my phone, because if I could, I wouldn't be lost in the woods. I'd call someone and say, come get me, I'm an idiot. Come save me. But, I don't know, at what point... At what point do you do that? Alright, this is North Camp Prepper. Please rate, subscribe below, and please comment on this video. That's kind of something no one ever really talks about. At what point do you do this? I mean, everybody will do it. I'll just, I'll chop up my camera, or I'll use the jumper cables and start a fire in my car. Okay, that's not really sacrificing the item using the jumper cables. I'm talking about it's cold and I've got a Lamborghini, and I'm gonna take this pocket knife and slice up the seats to get the padding out to stuff my clothes for warmth. That type of sacrifice. So at what point do you do that? Assuming like the windows were broken out of the car or something, you couldn't just stay in. You couldn't use the car as a shelter. Okay, so we're not, like I said, I'm not trying to look at ways to get around the item, or around like, well, I could just do this instead of that or that. Let's say you have to do it, but you don't know when. So how do you decide? How do you decide? Let's say you run off the snowbank and for some reason you're totally unharmed, but for some magic reason you can't get back to society and you have to wait for rescue, and magically all the windows in the car broke, so you can't use it as a shelter other than direct snow. What point do you start cutting up the seats in your Lamborghini or something really expensive? Or break your really expensive camera, your professional gear, something a high value, high dollar item. At what point? Just food for thought. Something everybody has to decide for themselves, but at what point? How late in the day? It's like if sun's setting and you got like you know, use your fingers. You see how many minutes you got left based on your hand thing. You got 20 minutes or 30 minutes till the sun goes down. You don't know how cold it's going to get. But all this week it's been a certain temperature, so it's probably going to get that cold. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. North Carolina Pepper out. Food for thought.